Greetings, folks. Today is Tuesday, January 15th, 2019. My name is Tom Lineweaver, and this is my commentary. The first thing I want to do is tell you about my newest YouTube channel. I launched something called My Pop Favorites. Look it up. I started with a little bit of ABBA, and just today I posted a little bit of Elvis Presley, Good Luck Charm. So, if you like pop music, that's the place to go. Of course, YouTube. Isn't it amazing that the best music is on YouTube? Anyway, okay. The next thing. In the news yesterday here in Pennsylvania, it's been reported everywhere. But the SNAP benefits, otherwise known as food stamps, the February payment will be going out January 18th. You'll be able to use them on January 19th. Why is this happening? Well, because the Department of Agriculture is probably facing government shutdown. And so they have funded, or it says food stamps are funded. It's a federal program administered by the states, and the states will have their money until February. I mean, February is the last month. Because of the government shutdown, the states will be able to get the money from the federal government to run this program. So, now, who do I blame for this? My coffee is gurgling. Yeah, like everybody else, I get a morning cup of coffee, and right now it's gurgling. Yeah, I don't know if that means I'm going to have an upset stomach later or not. I don't know. But at any rate, okay. Now, who do I blame for this? Do I blame the government shutdown? Do I blame Donald Trump? Do I blame the Democrats? Do I blame the state of Pennsylvania? No. I do not blame government for anything like this. I blame the churches of America. Now give a listen to this. Ever hear of the Crystal Cathedral? I don't even know where it is anymore. I don't really care. But the Crystal Cathedral is this great big glass monstrosity. How much money do you think it took to build that building? Probably a lot. Probably in the millions. And that was like 20, 30 years ago. You see, let me tell you something. The churches of America control 20% of our economy. About that. We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar industry. That's right. The churches of America are a huge industry, largely untaxed. And what are they doing for the poor? Very damn little. When I think about, what Jesus taught and what the churches do are two different things. If only the churches of America would unite and form their own charity to feed the hungry, we wouldn't need government to do it. In fact, if they would do what they're supposed to, we wouldn't need Social Security, we wouldn't need any kind of government entitlements. But the churches aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're building these great big buildings, they're buying time on TV, they're buying time on radio, and all that. And somebody wasted their money building Noah's Ark, a replica of Noah's Ark. While there are people on the streets in this country, the churches are spending money on frivolous stuff. I want to tell you something. I don't know if that angers me more. Yeah, I think it does. If the churches would do what they're supposed to do and spend money where it's supposed to be spent, the government wouldn't have to. I mean, let me tell you something, folks. I'll be 63. Oh, geez, still girly. I'll be 63 in May. And I've had plenty of health issues in my lifetime. I mean, it started when I was 2 years old. I was just a sickly little boy at 2 years old. I don't actually remember that. I've just been told that. Oh, I'm going beyond 5 minutes again. Well, okay. It's an important issue. So I've been a sickly little boy. I've been a sickly person throughout much of my life. A lot of health problems. And I turned 21 in 1977. I started having problems with something called glomus tumors. I needed surgery. But being 21, I was just taken off of my dad's insurance policy. So I had no money, I had no insurance, nothing. So I went to my church to ask for help. Do you know what I was told by the minister of that church? Go to the government. That's what they're there for. I kid you not, folks. When we have a church that has gobs of money and they tell you to go to the government, that's just plain wrong. The churches of America are going to hell if they don't repent. And repenting means you do what Jesus tells you to. Love God with everything you have. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love your enemies. If your enemy comes to you and says, I'm hungry, you feed him or her. These churches of America make me so angry. I mean, there's a part of me that wants God to send fire and brimstone and destroy all of it. Because they're not Christian. Because they're not of God. Anyway. So, I don't blame the government. It is not the government's job or duty to feed the poor. It is the church's duty to do that. I'm sorry, folks, but that's the truth. And if you don't believe me, look it up in the Bible. Matthew chapter 25. Jesus said, I was hungry and you fed me. I was naked and you clothed me. And the righteous will say, well, when did we see you like this? And he said, what you do to the least of these, my brethren, you do also unto me. And then he turned to other people and said, hey, I was hungry and you did not feed me. I was naked and you did not clothe me. I was sick and you didn't visit me. And these people are going to say, well, when did we see you like that and not do anything? And he said, what you do not do to the least of these, my brethren, you do not do to me. And he called these people unrighteous, and he said they are going to hell. They're going to suffer eternal punishment. So, even if you're a Christian, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you can still go to hell. Whatever hell is. I'm not, one of these days, we'll probably get into that. Probably in a sermon or something. I don't know. But anyway. It's incredible. You know, Jesus had taught we, the churches, feed the poor. We clothe the poor. We shelter the poor. We visit them when they're sick. We help them out in every possible way. But are the American churches doing that? No. The churches of America are going to hell. They need to repent. Okay. It just boggles my mind. We've got all these people that go to seminary and they don't learn the simplest thing about the teachings of Christ. Tear down that goddamn Crystal Cathedral and use the money to help people. If you can tell I'm angry about the American churches, I am. Because they are not following Christ. I don't know who they're following. Probably their God, which is money. I mean, do you ever watch Joel Osteen? You can tell his God is money. Hey, if you have the faith, you ask God for that new van, and if you have the faith, you'll get it. He preaches what is called the prosperity gospel. Just pray. And if you believe, if you really believe, you will get it. Really. That is not truth. That doesn't come out of the Bible. He's twisting it to make it something that allows him to make a whole bunch of money and not care about anyone. You know, I mean, remember when he refused opening his building during a flood? Now, what was the point in that? Sure, maybe the bottom of it was flooded out, but not the top of it. Anyway, you know, until the churches of America I stumbled over my tongue again. Until the churches repent and turn from their wicked ways, we have a country that's going to collapse one day. All we need is for the churches to repent and start following the teachings of Christ. So that's who I blame for the messes that we have as far as poor people. Okay, church? Repent. Because of you, we have a country that's going to economically collapse. That's my commentary for today. Thank you for listening.